This is Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, playing on PlayStation 5. The last major update was just for PS5 Pro enhancements. There's not been much changes to the game since. So I have been a big fan of Spider-Man throughout my entire life. My first, as you can see, I've completed 100% of this game, and I love every single part of it. Let me just go into the game first. Let me just reduce the audio. Yeah. So as I was saying, Spider-Man is probably my top 3 favorite characters and my favorite character in terms of movies, because he was the first superhero movie which I actually saw, and it was him, Tobey Maguire, in this classic uh, redefined, like reimagined suit where it is red and purple instead of red and blue. And I still remember watching those trailers. I think it was in a similar setting. It was probably daytime or evening in the trailers, where Spider-Man would just swing and you would see the close-up of him. I think it was just magical, I guess, to see, like back in those days, like every one of us, we all thought that movies were real, right? I'm pretty sure some of you might agree, where we watch a movie and we thought, okay, this is real. And I think that kind of innocence about seeing something and just believing it wholeheartedly, it's something you kind of tend to lose as you grow up. But Spider-Man, still invokes that same kind of feeling every time I see him. I don't know why. So, coming to this game, a little bit of a backstory. For me, this is the most important Spider-Man game ever made. And yes, I know there have been other Spider-Man games, beloved games like Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, and there's another game which many of you might not like, which is Friend or Foe. Now, I was a little kid when I played it, so you couldn't crawl as Spider-Man, but the fact that I could just press a button and Spider-Man would move was such a treat for me. Be, I would come home, change my clothes, and sit in front of my computer to play. Obviously, my computer didn't play it that well. I had to run it at the lowest setting possible, but it was still fun for me. Oh, okay, so coming back to this game, unfortunately, when this was released, I didn't have a PlayStation. Uh, I could only afford one console, and back in my country, which is India, PlayStation games were a bit expensive, and the place where I lived, there were no second-hand markets to buy used PlayStation games yet. I lived in a bit of a rural area, so. Uh, but Xbox, on the other hand, had Game Pass, which was quite affordable for me. So I bought it to play other third-party games. But I always never forget the day I would have a PlayStation and play it. And guess what? Procrastination finally paid off for me, because they actually released a remastered version for PlayStation 5. Albeit, but I do like the original face model better. Okay, there might be a huge story for why that happened. Maybe there isn't. People say that, like insomniac games say, it is because of Yuri Leventhal's face. It didn't match the character much better. But I feel like Insomniac is a capable enough studio that if that was the case, they would have done something in the beginning stages itself. Like changing an iconic character face, that is too weird. And also, I understand that fact. Okay, maybe the face wasn't a match, but are you saying the hair wasn't a match too? You could have just changed the face and just kept the hair, but you had to make it similar to Tom Holland's, which is kind of weird. Okay, enough about uh, the what do you call, the publicity, or I can't find the word, the story behind this, why the face has changed. Let's talk why this Spider-Man is important to me. So as I was saying, I didn't have a PlayStation, and I bought a PlayStation in 2022. No, I actually bought a PlayStation in the beginning of 2023. So Spider-Man 2 was released in October, I believe, and I bought this game in, I believe it was March, in the first few months of 2023. And I kid you not, the first part where it's like a, okay, I forgot the lyrics of the song. I might not sing it properly. Na 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 na. No compromise and such. So that song. It was just pure. Wow! It just gave me goosebumps, and I feel like this version of Spider-Man is just perfect. Like, yes, Spider-Man 2 is better in some ways, but for me, this resonated a lot more. I maybe because I feel that the story is a bit more complete in this game. That game felt a little bit rushed, scenes a little bit cut. Some motives were not clear in that game, but this one, I think they wrapped it up pretty nicely, actually. The story and the fact that Peter Parker had, you saw Peter Parker as who he was, this awkward person where he doesn't know how to manage his job and being Spider-Man, and the fact he was so awkward with MJ in the bar scene, in the restaurant scene, in which there was a Stan Lee cameo, priceless. Or he's texting MJ that uh, that it's over, and MJ kind of misinterpreting as, okay, the relationship is over, and he's praying and he's hanging upside down and hoping that it's not true. It's something that all of us have gone through, right? That is the human part of this. I mean, I don't know how much of the story is true. Like, what I've heard is, back in the early days of superheroes were supposed to be perfect. They didn't have personal problems, and teenagers were mostly relegated to being just sidekicks. So that was the thing. So when Stan Lee first came up with the idea of Spider-Man, it was actually rejected because he had personal problems. And if you actually read the first few issues of the original The Amazing Spider-Man, I think it was called, Peter Parker gave up almost, I think, every few fights or every fight. He's like, no, I don't think I can do this. And but that's the thing. He gave up because he thought he wasn't good enough, and but he was still perceived through every single time. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering, I have a suit mod in which you have the ability to build up your electrical charge while you're fighting on the air, and then you can, when you land down, you can punch them with that blast of energy. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Miles Morales, actually. Okay, I know I'm getting a little bit out of topic, but this is not scripted. This is not a scripted video. I'm just saying what I feel. Oh, yes, there are still cuties in this game. Some people might not like it, but I do. I just think it's quite fun. Okay, there's supposed to be one other person to save, and then okay, no. Yeah. So as I was saying, Spider-Man, I think, changed the landscape of superheroes, if that story is true. Now, I know that story might be true for Marvel. I'm not sure about the timeline if it also influenced DC characters, but you know what? That might be fact checking for other people who are way smarter than I am. I'm just here to ramble about why I love this game so much. So, as I was saying, the story of Peter Parker, they show how awkward he is. I think everyone can relate to that part. I mean, I was going through a little bit of a tough time myself when I was playing this game, and this kind of gave me a little bit of hope and what do you call faith, I guess, something to look forward to in life. And that's it. That's what superheroes are supposed to be. They, at least for at least for children and even adults right now, they teach us to never give up. They teach us to be better, even though things might not go our way. Try to do the right thing when nobody's watching. That's what Spider-Man represents for me. No matter how tough situation gets, he always tries to do the right thing. Unlike me, who is just ignoring this crime scene. Okay, I'll just go and save this person first. Uh, okay. I think that's done. Okay, big guy. Yep, that's done. Okay, so uh, before this, my superhero game I played was Arkham Knight, and I always wondered. People used to say that Arkham City was their favorite, and I always thought that, okay, why? I mean, this game clearly came out later. It has better graphics. You could control the Batmobile. You had a lot more features that you could choose to use or not use. So why was Arkham City favorite? And then when Spider-Man 2 came out, it was technically better in many places, but still, I like this one better. Probably because it was a perfect balance between having uh, not too many systems to manage. So what I'm saying is they removed so many things in that game. I think I'm going to talk about that game later. But the reason this game is perfect is because Peter Parker, who is Spider-Man, is known for his brilliant mind. He created the web shooters, he created the suit, and he would, in every issue of Spider-Man, he would find out a way to neutralize the enemy, to how to defeat the enemy. That was his skill. Being a genius was also one of his superpowers. Even though he didn't get it from Spider, it is something that he inherently had. So when it comes to this game, I think it captures it perfectly. Like even in the first scene, you see him, uh, the beginning scene, you see a lot of computers running codes, his web shooters and everything, tinkering stuff. And also, look at this. His web shooters, he has these many gadgets now. First is the web shooter, which just shoots basic web. And this is the concussive blast. It's basically like a shockwave attack. And next, here's the impact web. It's a much more faster version of web, not a faster version of web. It has more momentum in it. It pushes the enemy towards the object behind them. It's kind of useful to make enemies stick to the ground or their surroundings. And spider drone. You can just call out small spiders to help you, which is really powerful actually. And next is electrical web. I must say I haven't used this much, but a really useful tip. When you're fighting the sable guys, the ones who fly in the air, if you actually use electrical web, you have a much more easier time of dealing with them. Or the sable tanks, you can actually shoot an electrical web and short circuit them. Next is the suspension matrix. Now, This is like an anti-gravity projector, and this is much more useful with my suit mods, which are these. So these are my suit mods. One is Battletech, gadgets attack generates much more focus. So if I use the more I use the web shooters, even the basic one which recharges really quickly, I gain a lot of focus. Next is the photo op one. Okay, I have to change this because I think I've cleared out all the photo apps, so I'm going to change it. And the third one is Storm Bolt Discharge. So it's kind of like giving Peter uh, electric powers like Miles Morales. And the way you do it, it's actually quite interesting. You build up electrical charge while fighting enemies in the air, and you cannot land. You have to continue to fight the enemies in the air until you build up your charge. And once your charge is built up, you can just, you know, zip lines, web zip towards the enemy on the ground, and then you release all of the electrical energy. I think it adds a little bit of an extra uh, system or a function to him. So I think I like it a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna change this first because I don't think I need it for photo ash since I've completed already. Reduces incoming melee damage. Nah, I think I'll keep it. Perfect dodge, temporarily increased damage. It's cool, but no. Increases focus, generates, and yeah, that's good. Finishes generate a gadget refill. That's cool too. Reduces incoming attack, bullets, takes them longer to die. I don't need. Increases damage, slows them, automatically consumes focus to heal. Okay. Chance to generate gadgets when taking damage. No, I don't want this. Stunning attach, it needs to. This is cool. And oh, and look at this. At the right hand bottom corner, you have defense stats, which stat, offense stat, traversal stat, and stealth stat. Yeah, surely it's not it's not an RPG, so you don't actually need to focus too much on it. But it's a nice thing. Wait, did I not unlock all of this? I thought when I 100%ed the game, I didn't think I needed these things. Okay, that's embarrassing. Web attacks generates more focus. Okay, let me just unlock everything then. So, which one should I unlock next? Nah. Without resetting the combo counter. Yeah, I think this is useful. But you know what? I think increases the rate focus generates. Nah. Reduces the flash effects of bang. I think I'm gonna unlock everything. I should have enough tokens for it though. I hope so. It would be pretty embarrassing if I didn't, even after completing 100% of the game. I'm surprised I didn't notice this before because I platinumed. I think I platinumed Spider-Man 2. Maybe just one achievement left. I should get an achievement for it. Wait, there's no achievement for unlocking all of these things? Come on. Okay, suit mods. Absorbs and is the combo content. No, I think the thing I think I'll take it is. Okay. Where's the one which generates? Yep. Exactly. So, the reason for these is Battletech. So, the more I use my gadgets, increases my focus. And in this game, you can actually do 2 finishes with 1 bar. So, With one bar, you can do two. And since each time you finish in a use a finisher, you generate a bonus gadget refill. So, and so let me tell you. So you use gadgets to generate more focus, and use that focus to use finishers to perform finishers. And when you perform the finisher, you get a bonus gadget refill. So you can continue keep doing that. And this, if you want to get, gives you kind of a Miles Morales power, as I said before. You need to stay in air, you need to fight in air, and when you do, you build up your electrical charge, and when it's full, and when you have built it up, you can just discharge it on to an enemy on the ground using web zip. So let's change the suit for a second. Yes, Toby M, you are still my favorite Spider-Man, but I think Insomniac did a wonderful job with this suit. Okay. So, and that's it. I think the later game. Oh, suspension matrix. This is web bomb. This is super useful. I completely got sidetracked. Web bomb. So what it does, it just webs up every enemy in the area. Trip mine. This is kind of similar to the hook gadget in Batman Arkham Origins, in which you throw it in a place and it has a little red line. Wait, I'll just show it to you. So anyone in this line gets dragged up and gets tied up. Wait, does the light shine on Peter Parker? No, it doesn't. It's fine though. Sure, you don't have the web wings, and you have to. The only way you can turn to corners is by, what do you call, through running across buildings. But let me show you another way. So when you're swinging, if you just So yeah, I think I got it. So when you're swinging and when you let it go, let your swing go, and then quickly turn this. I think everyone must have done it. I don't think it's a good tip though, but oh, so this is what you can do. If you want to turn corners while you're swinging, just turn your camera. You can actually swing. You can actually swing through corners. So let me tell you again. So while you're swinging, now imagine if you want to take the legs left, just turn your camera, or if you want to take a hard right, like for like this simple example, or hard left, or hard left again, and hard. Let's say if you want to take the hard right next. So, and when you do it, okay, let me do this again. Just swing, and then turn right, and dive bomb, swing, and let's take a hard left and swing. No, I think the webbing was okay. Hard right. I think I still need to master this, but you get the gist. So okay, so when you're swinging, just turn your camera, and the reason it happens is because it's not a completely physics-based game. You now imagine this, and you're turning. So what you do is, while you're just turning, okay, imagine and okay, so imagine this. I'm so bad at this. I'm playing it for such a long time though. Not a long time, but I lost practice. So imagine if you take a right, hard right, then just turn the camera, then swing again, and then turn left again. So you don't have to let go of the webs. So let me show you. You swing and then turn your camera. Swing, turn your camera. This is not a new tip, but I don't know. It took me a while to figure it out. And you can turn corners too. So swing and turn camera. Swing, turn camera. And swing, turn camera. And swing, turn camera. Swing, turn camera. And swing, turn camera. Swing, turn camera. Swing and turn camera. Just while you're swinging. So imagine if you want to take hard right, just swing. Just turn camera and swing. That's it. I know I'm getting annoying, but thanks. So, coming back to my rambling, the story is. It has DLC. The story is complete. It leads to somewhere, and it perfectly wraps the story, yet it gives you a new beginning. It's. For me, this is the perfect Spider-Man and Peter Parker story ever told. The combat has the right amount systems to manage, and the gadget wheel gives you a little bit of time to breathe. I feel, and there's no recharge option, right? And you can actually see a number of gadgets you have. I feel like in Spider-Man 2, I just mashed whatever icon was highlighted. And this I have to be a little bit more tactical. And stealth in that game is non-existent at all. Even despite having the ability to take down two people at once, you barely use it except in that one Craven stealth mission. So yeah, that's what he did. You just... It's not... I don't know. The stealth in that game is horrible. And that's why this is my favorite Spider-Man game. Now, this is not a review. This is just me saying why Spider-Man Remastered is the best Spider-Man game for me. And the end of... And spoilers, if you see the end of Spider-Man 1... Sorry, the Spider-Man, he has to make a choice. A heartbreaking choice. Where he has to decide if saving one people or save 100 of them. That scene really did put me to tears. Oh, and if you ever want to play, this is another thing, I don't know. If you ever want to replay those missions, demon missions, you can just go back there. I thought you just had to complete it once and could never do it again. I know this is not much of a video. Most of you are way smarter than I am. This is just a rambling of one casual gamer who just likes playing games. That's it. Thank you.